Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Repeat उसका सुनाई नहीं पड़ा मुझे कब
Krishna Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare,
Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Very nice, very nice. हंसिनी बेकिया में बड़े एक्सपर्ट कीर्तनिया बड़ी तालीम। हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण। I was hearing from my room her kirtan. Very nice. Nice feeling, Bhav, this bhav. She has the bhav for kirtan. Like a Gandharva. Okay. This table has to help me with this. No. Push it here, push it toward me. Like that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you everyone for coming tonight. It was a weekday program, so it's nice to see all of you here. Today is a very special day actually. You know why? Many holy celebration today. Do you know? Shall I tell you? All right, I will tell you. So today is the appearance of Sri Radharamanji, the deity of Gopal Bhatta Goswami in Vrindavan. And something more also is Krishna Phula Dola Shalila Vihar. It's a summer boat festival that Krishna celebrate. Now starts summer in Vrindavan. So Krishna take the gopis into a boat and he go to the Manasa Sarovar lake and they have many wonderful pastimes there. And today is also Srinivasacharya appearance, Shri Parameshwar Das Thakur disappearance, and Sri Madhavendra Puri appearance. All one day today. So, very auspicious. We are going to speak about all of this and also about Srivasangam. We have to to cover all this. All right. Amagyana Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshuru Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Shirupam Sagrajatam Sagana Ragunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitam Cham He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavanishvari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi pranamami Hare Priya. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitana pavane bhevyo namo namaha. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasa Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Danush. He looks like a Kshatriya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari, Govinda Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari, Govinda Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari, Govinda 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 Jaya Jaya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gaura Premanandi, Hare Hare Bol, Hare Bol. Hare Krishna. Okay. So welcome everyone, those who just arriving, welcome. So what we would like to hear first? The appearance, disappearance of Vaishnavas, or and then Srivasangam at the end. Very good choice. Very good choice. So first we have Sri Madhavendra Puri appearance. You know, Madhavendra Puri, he was touring all holy places in India, and he, by the will of Providence, he met Nityananda Prabhu. When Nityananda Prabhu saw Madhavendra Puri, he fainted in ecstasy. No? Madhavendra Puri also looked at Nityananda Prabhu and forgot himself and fainted in the ground. Imagine such a scene, beautiful scene, no? Nityananda Prabhu exclaimed, "Today I have received the fruit of all my travels to the holy places. In seeing your lotus feet of Madhavendra Puri, I have received the treasure of love of God, and thus my life have become blessed." Beautiful. So they hug each other, embrace each other. Nityananda Prabhu wanted to say something, but his voice shocked due to experience intense emotion. Srila Madhavendra Puri, he had the habit, he will not ask anybody for food, for prasad. If somebody give him prasad, he will accept. Otherwise, he will fast. So he was going to Vrindavan. In the forest, nobody was there. So for 3 days, he was fasting, walking in the forest. Only drinking water when available. So he arrived at the Govinda Kund in Govardhan. And he sat there chanting japa. He hasn't eaten anything for 3 days. So he was not aware of the external world. He was in his love of Krishna, feeling separation from Krishna. And suddenly a local boy came with a pot, with a clay pot, with milk. And he offered to Madhavendra Puri, "In my lunch, nobody should fast. Please accept this milk." So Madhavendra Puri was in ecstasy. He almost didn't notice, but he grabbed the pot and drank the milk. He was happy in ecstasy. Then he fell asleep. And in a dream, the same boy appeared to him in a dream and told him, "The villagers, due to fear of attack of the Muslim, they hid me in some place there." And he explained to him which place was that. "So please, with the help of villagers, find me and worship me again." That was the deity of Gopal. Later became known as Natji. Natadwar now. Anybody of you have been to Natadwar? Beautiful deity of Natji. But this deity was on the care of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Some or other ended up in the in the Vallabhacharya Sampradaya. So he found the deity and they worshipped, he arranged a beautiful worship and Abhishekam and Bhog was offered to the Lord. He initiated Brahmanas to worship the deity, engaged them in daily worship. He installed the deity on Govardhan Hill itself. Now, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went there, he wanted to have darshan of this Gopal. But he didn't, feeling himself as devotee, he didn't want to climb the Govardhan Hill. Devotee don't climb on Govardhan Hill. So the deity itself made excuse that there be some rumor attack of Muslims, so take me somewhere else. Some rumor, Gopal made spread a rumor. So the deity have to go somewhere else. So Mahaprabhu could go and have darshan of Gopal. So also Rupa Goswami and other associate Goswami, they also happened the same thing. They don't want to go climb the Govardhan, but the deity also made some rumor that some attack, take me to Mathura. So they went there to have darshan. So anyway, then one night, Madhavendra Puri had a dream. In that dream, Gopal told him, my dear Madhavendra Puri, because I was covered with the rain and sun for so long, I have itches in my body. So I want you to go to Jagannath Puri and get sandalwood and made paste with the sandalwood and smear it on my body for 21 days to refresh me from all this. So Madhavendra was very happy to receive the order of the Lord. He was in ecstasy. So he went all the way to Jagannath Puri walking. But on the way he stopped in one temple called Remuna. At that temple there is a very famous deity, Kirichora Gopinath. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was traveling from Navadvip, from the house of Advaita Acharya in Shantipur, he was traveling to Jagannath Puri. He first stopped in Remuna. And he heard from Nityananda Prabhu the story of what happened there. And the amazing lila that happened there was that Madhavendra Puri was having darshan of the deity Gopinath. You know the story of this deity? It's an amazing story. It goes back to the time of Lord Ramchandra. One rainy night, Sita Ram, they entered the cave to protect from the rain. And next day, and after sunrise, they came out and they saw cowherd men with cows, many cows. So Ramachandra started smiling, he was very happy. So Sita Devi asked him why he was so happy after seeing the cows. And Ramachandra told her, in my next life I will be a Gopal, I will be a cowherd boy. And I will dance with the gopis, I will be known as Gopinath. Sita Devi became very interested. She told him, I would like to see that form of you as Gopinath. Can you please show it to me? So Lord Ramachandra took a bow and arrow and he made a deity with bow and arrow of Gopinath, playing the flute like this. So, and Sita Devi grabbed an arrow and touched the body of Gopinath, and a small drop of blood came out of the body, meaning the deity is alive. Installation done. Just by touching with an arrow. Amazing, isn't it? So anyway, Madhavendra Puri was in ecstasy having darshan of this beautiful Gopinath deity. And but Sita was worshipping for some time, but when she moved to another forest, other sages were doing the worship. But in the course of time, nobody knew where the deity was. Until one devotee king in Orissa, Jagannath Puri, he had a dream and the deity told him, I am in such and such place, bring me to Jagannath Puri and worship me here. But on the way, he stopped in this place, Remuna. Remuna means beautiful, beautiful place. He had a dream and Gopinath told him, I like this place, make a temple here for me. So that's how that became his home, Remuna. So, and suddenly the pujari was bringing kheer to offer to Gopinath deity is not sweet rice. Kheer is not sweet rice. Kheer is condensed milk, isn't it? Sometimes they put sweet rice, but it's not sweet rice. It's condensed milk, kheer. No, it's kheer. Kheer is a sweet made of milk.
It's called sheer.
Sheer. Okay, sheer. Sometimes in Bengal they don't pronounce the S. Like the Prabhupada used to say Katriya, not Chatriya, he said Katriya. So anyway, and the devotee next to him told him, this sheer offering the deities is very special in all of India. Nowhere else they know how to prepare this with so many varieties of very sweet spices. The combination is unique here. So when Narendra Puri heard this, he thought, I would like to test this kheer so I can cook it for my Gopal in Vrindavan. But then he realized, I desire to test the kheer before being offered to the Lord. They haven't offered it yet. I made offense. So he felt ashamed. And he went hiding in a place near the market, and he was chanting, fasting. At night, the pujari had a dream. In the dream, the Gopinath deity told him, I stole one pot of kheer for my devotee Madhavendra Puri. He's fasting, and I hid it behind the curtain. Wake up and take this pot of kheer to him right now. Tell him I'm sending to him. So Pujari took bath, entered the altar. He found the hidden pot of sheer or kheer, whatever you like to call it. And he was running. Madhavendra Puri, you are so fortunate. Gopinath stole this kheer for you. Madhavendra Puri was in ecstasy. The Lord is so merciful to me. He doesn't like to see me fasting. So he took the kheer and drank it. He was so happy, so in ecstasy. Then he broke the clay pot into small pieces and tied in his cloth. And every day he would eat a small piece of that pot to remember the mercy of Gopinath. So since then, the name of the deity changed to Kheer Chora Gopinath, or Sheer, or Kheer, whatever. Since that day. So, Madhavendra Puri, Krishna wanted him to become more famous. Krishna loved that his devotee become famous. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was having conversation with Ramananda Roy, he asked him, what is the greatest fame in this world? And Ramananda Roy replied, to be known as a pure devotee of the Lord, that is the greatest fame. There is no greater fame than that. Of course, Kali Yuga, devotees are not so famous. The rich people, power people are famous. Bhagavatam says it's like in rainy season, there are many clouds in the sky. Hardly you see the stars. But many fireflies you can see, many. So in Kali Yuga, those who are, materialistic or cheaters or so-called gurus, they abound. They become famous, very rich, very many thousands followers. But the real followers of the Vedic knowledge, they don't pay much attention to them. It's the fact. Devotee shall be consulted every day by the government, by the TV, by the news. What is your opinion of this? What is the knowledge you have? We can give them so many solutions to their problems. But they are not willing to listen. In previous ages, even the kings will bow down to the Brahmins And they maintain them just to teach people Vedic knowledge, how to worship the Lord, how to learn the Shastra, how to do yagya. Prabhupada said, Bengali saying, Brahmane tin pun. Brahmane is Brahmana, tin, three, pun, blowing. Brahma maintained himself by blowing in three different ways. One way is by cooking. Previously they have this, what they call, to blow on the make the fire. What's the name of that thing? I don't remember. Anyway, and the second thing is by blowing conscience, doing arti, worshipping the deity. And the third way, blowing the mantra in the ear of the disciple. Brahmane timpun. So, what I was saying before that?
He got he's taking the clay pot.
Yeah. And after that, he went to Jagannath Puri and made arrangement for bullock cart, made arrangement for a lot of sandalwood, pure sandalwood, very expensive. He collected money in Vrindavan to cover all this cost. And at that time, there were many, Muslim were controlling part of the country. So the people traveling have to pay toll, tax for even traveling. So, Mahavendra Vapuri was happy. He had to take the car all the way to Vrindavan, bullock car. He had to feed the bulls and take care of them. But he stopped in Remuna again and spent the night there. And that night, Gopala appeared in his dream and told him, my dear Madhavendra Puri, I'm very pleased with your seva. There is no need for you to come all the way to Vrindavan because there is no difference between my body and the body of Gopinath. You make paste with the sandalwood and smear it on Gopinath, it would be the same as doing it for me. Imagine how merciful the Lord, how loving is the Lord with his devotee. He didn't want him to do all this trouble was so difficult. So he made his service easier for him. And as a fact, there's no difference between the body on one deity or the other. It's the same Lord, isn't it? Anyway, so this is the Leela, of Madhavendra Puri. He's the spiritual master of Ishvara Puri, who is the spiritual master of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Advaita Acharya had a son named Achyuta. Achyutananda or Achyuta? Achyutananda. And he heard his father, somebody asked his father, who's the guru of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? And he said, Ishvara Puri. Achyutananda became disturbed. He said, no, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the spiritual master of the whole universe. How can you say he has a guru? He's the guru of everyone. Only 5 years old boy, speaking like that. But he was teaching human beings the importance of having guru, It's even God accepts guru, so teach people how important it is, no? And also, Chila Madhavendra Puri, at the end of his life, he was being served by his dear disciple Ishvara Puri. He was lying on his deathbed, and Ishvara Puri was cleaning after him, reciting the Bhagavatam for him, remind him of Krishna Leela, like that. And then one day, another disciple of Madhavendra Puri came to see him, Ramachandra Puri. Although he appeared as Vaishnava, internally he was Mayavadi, impersonalist. Sometimes devotees get bewildered because they read on the internet some Swami Shivananda or something like that. They speak like devotees. But they say at the end, merge, merge, merge. Become one. They speak about love, separation, like devotees. But they are not devotees. Because their goal is not to serve Krishna eternally, but to merge, become one with Him. So careful, don't listen to these people. So this Ramachandra Puri, he saw his guru lamenting, oh, I'm dying, I'm not reaching the goal of my life. I'm not reaching Mathura Vrindavan. So Ramachandra Puri, he dared to instruct his guru. He said, Guruji, why you're lamenting? He quoted Bhagavad Gita. What is the verse of Bhagavad Gita that speak like Prasannatma? Brahmabhuta Prasannatma na sochati na kanshati. Why you are lamenting? You are not the body. And Madhavendra Puri became angry at him. He said, better you leave this place right away, because if I die seeing your face, I will not achieve the goal of my life. He rejected him. But Ishvara Puri, he blessed him. My dear son, you may get Krishna prayer. He blessed him. He was pleased with him. Great lesson, no? At the end of his life, Srila Madhavendra Puri recited a beautiful verse that was spoken by Radharani. Anybody remember the verse? Aidina dayardranata he maturanata kadava lokyase hridayam twad aloka kataram dayita brahmyati kim karomyaham. Beautiful verse. Radharani feeling separation from Krishna. She's saying, oh Master of Mathura, oh Lord of my life, where you have gone? What I have to do to see you again? Where I should ask, where should I go? Not be able to see you, my heart is broken. Crying in love of separation. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to cry all the time. And personally, they don't understand how crying can be happiness. Bliss. They can't understand. They think, oh, he's lamenting. It's not material lamentation. It's a spiritual love. When you love somebody really, you can cry for love of that person. Mahaprabhu was crying for Krishna every day. And he will say, I have not an inch of love for Krishna. You may say, okay, then, but you're crying. Oh, that's only to show my good fortune. If I really had real love for Krishna, how is that I'm still alive? How I'm still breathing? How I'm still eating? How I'm still dreaming, sleeping? I don't have any love for Krishna. That's real love. So, any comment or question about Srila Madhavendra Puri? Before we go to the next? Yes.
Not exactly question, a little curiosity. So, Madhavendra Puri manifest Gopalji deities. He had so much of love for him. But then after this Ramuna, he forever stayed there. He never, went back to Govardhan. Why is it that? I mean, while coming back from the Jagannath Puri, he stayed in Ramuna, and then throughout his life he remained there, and then he left his body in Ramuna itself. Then why he never wished to see the deities of Gopal again?
Well, okay, ask the question. I will repeat the question. The question is, why Srila Madhavendra Puri, after he stopped in Ramuna and did the seva to Gopinath with the sandalwood paste, why he didn't return to Gopal in Vrindavan? The answer is, love and separation is more sweet. More sweet. Even God himself wants to feel this love and separation. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. To feel love and separation from himself as Radharani, as the mood of Radharani. So it's difficult to understand the activities of pure devotees like Madhavendra Puri. he's a Kalpa Briksha in Vrindavan. He is a Madhurya Rasa, because under him Radharani and Krishna will meet. So he will feel all the bhava of Madhurya Rasa. And he's the first one in our Sampradaya to show this Madhurya Rasa, to express this Madhurya Rasa. And through him to Ishvara Puri and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. No? And the next... okay. But let's speak briefly about Sri Parameshwari Das Thakur. He appeared in a family of doctors, physicians, and previously he was known as Visakala. Shri Krishna Kaviraj Goswami has written, Parameshwar Das said to be the fifth Gopal of Krishna Lila, completely surrendered to the lotus feet of Nityananda. So when Nityananda Prabhu came, some friends of him also came. They are in Sakya Ras. So he's one of them. Shri Kavi Karnapur Goswami has written, Namnarjuna Saka Pragyo Dasha Parameshwara. Parameshwara Das Thakur was previously the coward friend of Krishna named Arjun. Not Arjun of Kurukshetra. There's Arjun in Vrindavan also, a different Arjun. Very good. Let's now go to the last one, the appearance of Shri Radharamanji. Shri Radharamana Haribo, Shri Radharamana Haribo, Jai Radharamana Haribo, Jai Jai Radharamana Haribo, Jai Jai Radharamana Haribo, Jai Jai Radharamana Haribo, Radharamana Haribo, Jai Jai 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 Radharamana Haribo, 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 Jai Jai Radharamana Haribo, Jai Jai Radharamana Haribo. Hari Hari. Well, Gopal Bhatta Goswami, he went on pilgrimage to the Himalayas in Nepal. There's a river there. What is the name of the river? Gandakini River. He was taking bath there with his lota, and suddenly 12 shalagram Shila jumped inside his lota. So he put them back in the river. They jumped back again. 3-4 times. They throw them in the river, they jump again. He said, well, if they want to come with me, what can I do? The Lord want me to worship Him in this form. Said, okay, I will take Him. You know, Shalagram Shila don't need installation. It's already installed. The Lord already there. And it is found in that particular river only, Mandakini River, you know? Gandakini River. No. What happened, I tell you one story about Shalagram Shila. Once a fisherman found a Shalagram Shila. Beautiful, round shape, black, but he didn't know what Shalagram Shila is. He's a fisherman. Oh, this stone is very beautiful. I'm going to keep it for myself. So he will take the stone with him, and he will always keep it with him. He start loving the stone. The stone of my good luck, he will call it. So he will go to market selling fish, and he will put it in the balance, to balance the fish. So balance go up and down. So one day a Brahmana was passing through and he saw that, oh, you're an offender, this is Shalagram Shila, what are you doing? Give it to me. I'm sorry, I didn't know, my good stone, I love my stone. No. He took it from him. Took it to his home, he made it with milk, abhishekam, everything, worship Shalagram, did arti, offered food, everything. At night, Shalagram told the Brahmana, I'm pleased with your service, but I miss my friend the fisherman. I'm having fun with him. He likes me very much. And he put me in this balance. I go up and down. That's very big fun, great fun, So give me back to him. Who can understand the mind of the Lord? He's free to do whatever he likes, If he likes somebody, Anyway, so in Vrindavan, Gopal Bhatta Goswami was worshipping his 12 Shalagram. Shima was known as the Brahmana Goswami who worshipped the Shila. But one day somebody gave him some ornament for deities, And he thought, oh, all other Goswamis have deities, Radha and Krishna, they worship, they dress, not me. So, in the day of Nrsimha Chaturdasi, he was praying to the Lord, my dear Lord, the same way you appeared from a pillar to protect your devotee Prahlad, please can you appear in one of your shilas so I can worship you more personally? I can dress you and, bathe you and all this. So, next day, one of the shila, Damodar Shila, became Radha Rama. The Lord, he carved himself. They brought very expert scientists to study the deity, and they concluded this deity nobody have made it. Scientifically proven. With lasers and everything, there is no trace of anybody carving. The Lord just made himself up. Now I will share you with you a secret about Radha Rama. A little known secret. Gopal Bhatta Goswami, he will visit every day before he had Radha Rama. He will visit other Goswami's temple also. He will go Madam Mohan, then Govinda, then Gopinath. Every day he will visit those deities. The story of these three deities, Madam Mohan, Govinda, Gopinath? Very interesting history. And that is the only descendant of Krishna left in the planet was Vajranabh, the great grandson of Krishna. He was the son of Aniruddha, the great son of Pradyumna, and a great son of Krishna. He was a little child when all the Yadu disappeared to the spiritual world. So when he grew up, Maharaj Janamejai, the son of Maharaj Parikshit, he gave him all Braja to rule. So, being descendant of Krishna, he made many temples of Krishna, brought people from other villages because Braja Mandal was empty, everybody went to Goloka. So, and the last two persons in the planet who saw Krishna personally were very old, and they were Uttara, the mother of Maharaj Parikshit, and Krishna's cousin, Uddhava. So he consulted with them how Krishna looked like, so he made deity after the description they gave him. So 3 deities were made, and he asked them to come, see the deity, and they were pleased with the deities, but he asked them, please tell me, which one of the deities resemble more Krishna? And they said unanimously, Madam Mohan have the same beautiful feet and legs as Krishna. Gopinath has the same broad chest as Krishna. And Govindaji had the same moon-like round face as Krishna. So Krishna appeared in the 3 deities. It is said among Vaishnavas, if you visit these 3 temples the same day, you have seen Krishna. I did that. Went with a taxi. Madam Mohan then. Karoli, because Madam Mohan was in Jaipur, but he moved to Karoli because the princess of the daughter of Maharaja Singh got married to the prince of Karoli. And she was going to Karoli, but she was crying. And the father asked her why she's crying. We are going to visit you, you visit us? No, I'm crying, I know that. But I'm crying because I'm leaving, but Madam Mohan is staying here. So the father understood that she was very attached to Madam Mohan. He told her, I am also very attached to Madam Mohan. It would not be easy for you to take him from me. But I will put you to test. If you pass the test, he will go with you. And the test was, he will put the 3 deities, Madam Mohan, Govinda, Gopinath, in one very dark room. And he told her, if you enter the room just by touching, without seeing, it will be completely dark. If you can guess who's Madam Mohan, he will go with you. They will be there with torch, and as soon as she said, this is Madam Mohan, they put the light of the torch to see if it is right or not. So poor princess was crying, Krishna, please help me, Madam Mohan, I want to take you with me. And in the dream, he told her, yes, I am pleased with your devotion, I want to go with you. The first thing you have to do when you enter the room, touch the flute, because I will break my flute in half. You immediately know who I am. And that way, he moved to Karoli, Madam Mohan. The first time I went to Karoli, had darshan Madam Mohan, I saw a broken flute. I said, oh, maybe they are poor. Should I buy him a flute? I went to ask where buy a flute, a silver flute for Madam Mohan. The pujari was laughing. He said, we have many nice flute here. This is Lila. Anyway, so then what happened when Radha Raman appeared, all the Goswami came to have first darshan. And when Sanatana Goswami saw Radha Raman, he said, oh, he has the same beautiful feet as my Madam Mohan. Madhu Pandit said, oh, he has the same big chest like a wrestler, like Gopinath. And Rupa Goswami said, oh, he has the same round face like my Govindaji. Then Gopal Bhatta Goswami was very happy. He thought, oh, the Lord appeared. And all the 3 deities appeared in Radha Raman. And he was small, so they could hide him easily from the Muslim attack. He's the only one who stayed in Vrindavan. All other deities went, most of them went to Jaipur. Hare Krishna. Now we have to speak about Srivasa. Okay, I will be brief. Srivasa is very important, very holy place because the Sankirtana movement of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started there, at the house of Srivasa. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, for a full year, secretly will have kirtan there only with his close associates, because he wanted to experience the Mahabhav of Radharani in front of his devotees. So that was the secret. And I'm going to share with you some more information about this. So, what time is it now? Is it too late? 8:25. Okay, thank you for giving me 15 minutes. Very kind of you. Everybody hungry is okay. I understand. Okay. You know that for 400 years nobody knew where Srivasa Angana was. It was lost. Nobody knew where it was. Because after Mahaprabhu left, Mayapur was covered by the Gangas in different times, the current of changes. So nobody knew where it actually was, Srivasa. And some caste Goswami, they will say, no, they will say, this is the place, they charge money for people to come, like that, no. So, and nobody knew that in that place, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu danced for 21 hours non-stop. He danced in that place. Even now, Mahaprabhu is there with associate dancing. You can't see unless you develop spiritual eyes. No? So, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta, Srila Prabhupada's guru, he rediscovered Mayapur in 1918. And he could see where Srivasa Angam was with the spiritual side. He knew where it was. No? He put a sign there, but he could not buy it, the place. But he said, my disciple will come back from the west and he will establish Kirtan 24 hours here. Then in 71, 72, Prabhupada, when he was 75 years old, he started ISKCON in Mayapur, building ISKCON Mayapur. And one day he was walking, in the forest there, in the fields, and he saw an old house. He closed his eyes, and disciples saw him crying. Prabhupada said, this is Srivasa Angam. You don't feel it? They are still doing kirtan of Mahaprabhu. You're not hearing? Nobody could hear, only he could hear. Gadadhar Pandit, tears are still there in the ground. It's a great holy place. The owner of that house, they were Brahmanas, but they didn't want to sell the place. They asked for a big amount of money, huge amount of money. Here there is nothing sacred, they said. It is our ancestral home. But Prabhupada's strategy was, I don't want to take your home from you. I want you to become rich. If you sell me this house, I will put Kirtan 24 hours for 10,000 years. Each mantra, it will be chanted here. It will benefit you and your family. You get the benefit of it. You will be remembered as the one who gave back Srivasa Angam to the world. What is better business than that for you? So, and then Prabhupada sent his Western disciples, to do kirtan in front of the house, 7 days non-stop, in front of the house. Day and night, chanting the Mahamantra Hare Krishna. Then a miracle happened. After 7 days, the head of the family in that house had a dream. He saw Srivasa Thakur and he was telling him, why you have my house closed? My Lord wants to dance again here. Surrender this house to my servant who came from the west. The man got up crying. He went running to see Prabhupada and pay full dandavat obeisance. And he said, Swamiji, please forgive me. The house is yours. I don't want any money. Just give me your blessing, so I also can chant the holy name. So, in March 1972, Gora Purnima, Prabhupada installed Gornitai Ditis in Srivasa. That after 400 years, the doors open to everyone, and Kirtan for 24 hours non-stop, up until today, is going on. Hare Krishna. 15 minutes gone?
Today is also Srivasacharya. Srinivasacharya.
Correct. Srinivasacharya's appearance or disappearance? Appearance. Srinivasacharya, he was the incarnation of Mahaprabhu ecstasy. And he made even kings his disciple. You know, the Jiva Goswami, he had a student, he was teaching them the knowledge of the Vedas and the knowledge of the books of the six Goswamis. And along with Srinivasacharya was Narottam Das Thakur and Shyamananda Pandit. And he sent the three of them with a big chest full of books of the Goswamis. After Mahaprabhu's disappearance, the devotees were feeling his separation. So he sent them to Bengal and Orissa to distribute these books. Previously, the book distribution was, if you want to have a book, you have to copy it yourself by hand. Whatever time will take you, you will be reading also. There was no printing press at that time. So, and Jiva Goswami arranged for them a horse with guard, with soldier guarding, you know. But in one place, there were a band of thieves. And they saw this big car with horse and guard. All of them were sleeping. So there must be something very valuable here. So they stole the trunk, the chest full of books. And they took it to the king of that place. The king of that place, they worked for him. They will share whatever they steal. He will allow them to steal. They will share. He was a corrupt king. Like nowadays, you know. So they told him, we thought was some jewels, some valuable, but only books. We are not interested in this book. You take all the trunk, you take it for yourself. So he touched the books. He felt some spiritual energy. He said, oh, these are very, very spiritual books. I'm sure the owner will come look for them. I will hand them only for him. So when they found out the book was stolen, Srinivasacharya told them, I will go get the books. You go preach in Bengal, Orissa. He told Shyamananda and Narottam. So he went to that town, and in the assembly of the king, he recited the Srimad Bhagavatam. He defeated the local Brahmins there. They didn't know the philosophy properly. He corrected their mistakes. So the king had much faith in him. All of people were glorifying his knowledge and devotion. So, and the king showed him the book. These books belong to, yes. So the king became disciple. He took initiation. All the local people also took initiation. Thousands of people became devotees. And the name of the town changed to Krishnapur. All of them became devotees of Krishna. How powerful preaching, no? All the town became devotees. Hare Krishna. So, there are some pastime I will share with you, confidential pastime of Srivasa Thakur. Since today is his appearance day. Srinivas, what I said? No, I'm sorry, I get to go. The Srivasa Angam and Srinivasacharya. Some confidential pastime. One of them was, he was meditating on Radha Krishna Lila. And the Radha Krishna Lila, he entered the Lila in Holi. They were throwing colors on each other, you know, everybody dancing. And when he came out of his meditation, all his white clothes was full of colors. Devotees were surprised. How, from where color came? So this, he gave and another meditation. He saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave him garland. So in his physical body, the garland appeared. The devotees saw, they were surprised, Another more confidential pastime. Once he was with his disciple king, and he told king, I'm going to enter now into meditation. Don't wake me up until I come back. All right, sure. So he entered into the Leela of the Lord, but for 3 days he will not come back. All disciples and the king were worried, he didn't eat for 3 days, not water, nothing. We should do something. What we can do? We can't wake him up. He gave instruction not to disturb him. So they brought one of a very confidential disciple of him called Ramachandra Kaviraj. He was very, very advanced devotee. Even Narottam Das Thakur in his song mentioned him that I want his association, Ramachandra Sangamage Narottam Das. So Ramachandra Kaviraj, he sat next to his guru and he also entered meditation. And in meditation, he found his guru as a gopi. So he asked the guru, how can I serve you? How can I help you? Devotees are anxious to have you back. Oh, I just entered a few minutes ago, And the Leela, a few minutes here in many days, And how can I help you, Gurudev? Oh, Radharani lost a nose ring while bathing in Yamuna. And Lalita asked me to find it. So I'm looking, I can't find it. Can you help me find it? Sure, I will help you, Gurudev. So in Gopi Badi also, both. So Ramachandra Kaviraj entered the Yamuna and he found the nose ring. So he gave it to his guru gave it to Lalita gave it to Radharani. They could come back both together from the Samadhi. The disciples were happy, Guru is back. Hare Krishna. Once I had a dream. Should I say or not?
Yes.
I feel shy to speak. But anyway, just for inspiration, get inspiration. I had a dream once that I was accompanying the gopis to get Radharani to accompany her to see Krishna. And that was nighttime, was full nighttime. Nice breeze with jasmine smell was in the air. Was beautiful. And one of the gopis started criticizing Radharani. I became upset. And I started correcting. No, don't say that. This is not like this. This is like this. And she kept arguing, criticizing Radharani. And I was very upset. And I started correcting her one time and again and again and again. Finally, I was gonna to say something heavy. And the other gopi, stop me, stop. You don't know who she is. She is Radharani and she was testing you. And she was testing your fidelity to her. You passed the test, congratulations. And then Radharani showed me her form as Radharani in the dream. And she told me, I am the eternal consort of Krishna. All the human female form in the world, material world, are perverted reflection of my original form. See all of them as energy of mine. Since then, I see gopis everywhere. I'm joking. Try to see gopis everywhere. Hare Krishna. I should not have said that. Hare Krishna. Yes.
Later on.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you for sharing that pastime. Now, one more curiosity has come, if I may dare to ask you.
Sure.
How does Radharani look?
Very beautiful. The most beautiful girl in the whole universe. What else can I say? She's very dear to Krishna. Once I was giving Bhagavatam class in Vrindavan, and one Russian lady, devotee, she asked me a question. Why Krishna like us to chant his name? What is the reason Krishna like us to chant his name? Curiosity, she wanted to know. So I thought for one moment and I told her, well, when we, in the Maha Mantra, when we say Hare, that's Radharani's name, isn't it? So when we say Hare, Krishna is very pleased because we are chanting the name of his most beloved. And when we say Krishna, Radharani is very pleased because he is the most beloved for her. So when we chant Hare Krishna, we are pleasing Radha and Krishna. She said, I never heard such explanation before. I told her, me either. It just came to me. But then I found it in one of Jiva Goswami's book, in Sandarbha, the same explanation. I thought, wow, this is Paramatma, I didn't know what to answer, but it just happened like this. Prabhupada said, it's like a radio station. You have just to put it the right to get the message, So if we are in a good state of consciousness, we can get the connection, It's real. It's not made up stories. It's real. All right. Yes.
Thank you so much for your wonderful presentation. And my quick question is, as we are talking about the dance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Srivasa, I was just trying to refresh myself. Whether, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, it explains that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is at all time in 4 places or 3 places.
So you mean in the group?
It's explained that he's always present in these 4 or 3 hours, like with Sachi Mata or...
Yes. He also said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, in Kali Yuga he will be also present in the deity, and the prasad, and the holy name. Everywhere, all over the world. He will be present in this 3 form.
No, but it is said with Sachi Mata.
Yes, but in Navadvip, Mayapur, yes, he's in Sachi Mata house, in Srivasa Angana, and there is a 3rd place, I can't remember.
In the dance of Nityananda.
Raghav Pandit's home.
And with Nityananda Prabhu, maybe that...
Raghav Pandit's here? Raghav Pandit. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. And also many amazing things happen in Srivasa Angana. Mahaprabhu showed his divinity to his devotees there. He told Ramai, Srivas Thakur's brother, go to Shantipur and tell Advaita Acharya that the person he prayed for, the person he called out for is here. Tell him to come and worship me and bring food to offer me. So Ramai went straight to get Advaita Acharya from Shantipur. But Advaita Acharya wanted to play hide and seek with Mahaprabhu. He was hiding in Nanda Acharya's home. He said, if Mahaprabhu knows where I am, without telling him, he's my Lord. So when Ramai came, Lord Chaitanya told him, tell Advaita stop playing hide and seek. Come out of Nanda Acharya's house and worship me. So Advaita was in ecstasy that the Lord is omniscient, he knows everything. He came worship him. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed him his Vishvarupa, The same form he showed Arjuna, Advaitacharya have darshan of the Vishvarupa. He also showed his 4-armed form and also 6-armed form on different occasions. So this place is very, very sacred. And also when Srivasa Thakur's son died, Srivasa Thakur told the ladies who were crying, cry more soft so we will not interrupt the dancing or the kirtan of Mahaprabhu. You can cry but softly, softly. But Mahaprabhu stopped the kirtan and said, I feel something happened in this house. Tell me. Oh, my son passed away. Oh, take me to him. Mahaprabhu called the soul back into the body. And the boy spoke. The boy said, it was my great fortune to be born in the house of Srivasa Thakur, pure devotee of yourself. And I have their darshan. And now by your desire, I'm going back to Godhead. So don't be sad, be happy. Bless me. I'm going back to Krishna. So no more sadness. Nobody was crying anymore. So Mahaprabhu did this miracle in the house of Srivasa Thakur. And also were some plays also, some drama they did also. Very amazing. You can read about it in Chaitanya Bhagavat. More details are given there. All right, we can now stop. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srivasa Angan ki jai, Great Vaishnavas ki jai, Gaur Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
His Holiness Bhaktisundar Goswami Maharaj ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So I hope you all are feeling the ecstasy. How fortunate are we that we are hearing from a saint who has experienced such divine pastimes and ecstasy. Thank you, Maharaj, for sharing with us. We feel very, very fortunate and we feel like these kathas should go on and on. Thank you so much, Maharaj.
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Thank you everyone for coming.
Okay, so tomorrow morning we have program at Tilak Prabhu's home in Scottsdale, and the topic is Krishna and Balram's childhood pastimes. It will start at 11 o'clock. I'm sure you all would come, and please RSVP to the host. It's a little bit far, but anything to hear Maharaj's Katha, we should all go and listen to that. And then tomorrow evening we have another program at Neha Mataji and Abhishek Prabhu's home. They're here, I think. I saw them, yeah. And they have brought new deities also, right, Prabhu? So you're going to welcome them in Mataji. So that's another great occasion. So again, please RSVP for that if you have not done that. Abhishek Prabhu in Neha Mataji's home.
Sunday morning, Amish.
Okay, I was thinking I'll announce tomorrow, but yeah. And then Sunday morning, Amish Prabhu's home. That's right here in Chandler's, and that is about the qualities of devotees. What is true education? Yeah. So we have 3 more home programs, and then of course Sunday feast. Okay, should I say that? There is a initiation also happening by Guru Maharaj's mercy, by Srila Prabhupada's mercy, Sunday evening, right before the program?
After the Sunday feast class.
Oh, after the Sunday feast class. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. So
Who's getting initiated?
who's getting initiated?
Surprise.
Surprise.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so please join all these programs, and again, a big thanks to Trivikrama Prabhu and Leelavati Mataji for kindly having this program. Give them a big round of applause. Prabhu and Mataji also hosting Maharaj, so they are serving them day and night. So we can't thank them enough for everything they do. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. Hare. Prashadam prayers? Okay. Now we'll do Prashadam prayers and honor the Prashadam. Cool. Okay. Mahaprasade Govinde. Namo Brahmane Vaishnave. Salpa Punyavatam Rajam. Vishwashu Navajayate. Sharira Vidyaja. Jodendriyata Hikar. Vive Phale Visheshagre. Tare Madhya Jivahati. Lobh Maya Sudharmati. ताकि जिता कठिन संसारे कृष्णा बड़ा दयामय परिवारे जीवा जाए सौ प्रसादन दिलो भाई
विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्ता स्वामिनीति नामिने सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचरणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादिशतरिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Namo Vishnu Padaya, Krishnaya Bhutale, Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashtatyade Shatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasa Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama